only. Let me just click that. Okay. But yeah, it was really stressful, and I made it here thankfully. And yeah, it was pretty the big event too. Oh. Okay, so let's talk about the first semester. Okay, so from my first impressions of the first semester, college is nothing like high school. Uh, and I realized that like waking up every morning, my parents weren't there to like scream at me or anything. They weren't telling me, "Oh, get up, it's time for school," nothing like that. It was just pure silence and alarms. So I realized, oh, this is gonna take a lot of effort to try and pick myself up for school. And unfortunately, I know it's not the best thing, but I did miss a few classes. Not because I wanted to, but like there was a few days where I didn't sleep that well. Yeah, just missing classes was unfortunately an event. Um, Here's my route of my major changes. First, I came into school as a computer science major. And the reason for that was because at the time in high school, I did like computer science, but I knew I wanted to do nursing, so I had my nursing as like the second major. But then I got here and I was like, okay, I'm for sure want to do nursing. And I switched my major to accounting. This is because I thought business was like an easy like, degree, right? So I was like, okay, I'll just do my accounting degree in the 4 years, as well as my nursing prereqs. But then I don't know, I had to talk with my sister. She's a nurse, she talked me through. I was like, you know what, you're kind of right. I need to probably just focus on nursing instead. So then I switched my major from accounting to nursing. And then let's talk about the clubs. I mean, here at UTSA, the clubs was like actually super great because there's actually tabling where we get to meet these different clubs. And I think it's really great because we get to like explore our options and see what we like. The team that I did not join that I really liked was the mountain climbing club. It's in the rec. I tried it for the
Keep going, keep going, we'll figure it out.
One club that I stayed in for a while the first semester was wrestling. I did wrestling in high school for a year. I liked it a lot. I really wanted to join again because I mean I didn't want to get like sit around and get fat as well. Because I mean I heard about freshman 15 and to be honest, it is a real thing. Like even being like a little bit as an athlete, I would go after school to these practices, and now I'm gonna have practice. So there's no way to stay like in shape other than the gym, but to me the gym isn't like enough to stay in shape. Yeah, wrestling was super fun. Fortunately, I'm not doing it this semester. The pre-nursing club as well, it's also super fun. I get to learn a lot about like different types of nursing, like the people, actual nurses, their experiences. And sometimes we were supposed to learn like an IB. It never happened, but it was still a pretty interesting way to learn about how like you actually get into the schools. And yeah, that was pretty much the first semester. Really humbling. Uh, yeah, my classes were all right. All right, so for volunteering, some of the volunteering I did included Best Fest, Book Buddies, Even for Hope, and the UTSA Garden. On your left, you can see the Book Buddies event where like every scholar went. It was pretty fun to be honest. I think the best part about that one was living inside the bus because I've never seen a bus with like an actual library, which I thought it was super cool. But other than that, the volunteer work was really like impactful as well. Like we actually did like we were replacing like the books or repairing them, which was really nice because I felt like we were making an impact in the community. And then here in the middle, my friend Ishwar over here in the audience, shout out. We actually went to a robotics competition. I really liked it because I mean I was in robotics before, and it gave me like not flashbacks, but like uh, it just brought me back, right?
Nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia. I liked it. It was really interesting to see all the teams. And these guys were like high school, middle school, right? So it was really, really impressive to see what they could do. And just helping out was really nice. I really liked it. And then here, I think my favorite from the UTSA volunteering is Best Fest. So I ended up working with the top scholars with their boba stand. Honestly, I don't know if the boba was good or not, but I'm hoping it was. I just stood out in a sign like, oh, here's boba. And then I got a little break in between the plain white tees, right? Yeah, the plain white tees went out and performed at their concert. So it was really nice to see that. Then afterwards, I volunteered with the wrestling club, cleaned up after the Best Fest. That was pretty frustrating, but yeah, we did it. Okay, so after my first semester, it was the break, Christmas break, right? The winter break. I wanted to sit around and do nothing, but I know that's not productive. So I might as well get to do something with the time I'm given. So let's talk about the basic life support first. This is a CPR certification. I wanted to get one over the break because I think it's like a necessary skill. I've already had it before, but I wanted to brush up and also get my certification. And this one's a little different than the basic CPR certification. This is because it's a BLS or basic life support. And this you work in a team to provide CPR or first aid. And it was a really interesting class. I really liked it. Yeah, I learned a lot. It was really nice. I also got a discount from my friend's dad, so that was really nice. And then here over here, the phlebotomy certification. I actually did this with another scholar, Mauricio. He's watching. I know he's watching. It was honestly super interesting. I really liked this one. We learned a lot. It was a 2-day course, but it was a little cramped. But I really liked it. I think the best part was the clinical parts where we actually had to do drawing and stuff. At first, it's really scary because you're like shaking, trying to get the needle in. But it was really interesting. It definitely is something new. I really liked it. I feel like it really solidified my my love for the healthcare. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of the phlebotomy one because I never knew I would get one of those. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, so currently, I would say this is like my most stressful semester ever. Compared to last semester, this is nothing, or that was nothing compared to this. I don't want to bash on any classes, but if I could pick one, it would definitely be chemistry. Why is this? Because so the workload, I mean, it's a class. I get it, like it's a prereq for me. I just wish I didn't have to take it because I mean it's too much to be honest. But I'm thugging it out, going through with it. You know, I'll be okay. There's just a lot of classes right now. I'm taking this Air Force class, peer mentorship, developmental psychology, the anatomy 1 lab, and Japanese and chemistry. I think my favorite classes are definitely Japanese and anatomy. Anatomy because I get to learn and actually like look at the model. It's really interesting. Japanese, ever since the Japan trip, I've always wanted to learn because I definitely do want to come back, actually know the language. So something I picked up this semester was Chick-fil-A. I started working at the JPL. Why? Because I don't know. I just wanted to pick up a job. Yeah, get some extra income in, but it's allowed me to. I feel like it's definitely helped me with my social skills because I mean I'm out there in the front like calling out the orders. And they're like, "Oh, can I get an extra sauce or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure thing." Yeah, it's pretty interesting so far. It's all right. It's a pretty good job. Right now I'm in a UTS or pre-nursing club. This one is still pretty strong and still pretty good. I think the last meeting was like last week, but I did learn a lot. We had like a couple of nurses come in and talk to us about different pathways in nursing, and I really learned a lot. It's definitely allowed me to prepare myself because a bunch of the things like, for instance, pediatrics. I know it's with kids, but there's also dark sides to it. So I'm like, okay, there's dark sides to everything. So, it's definitely helped me prepare for stuff. And unfortunately, I'm not doing the wrestling club anymore because I just don't have the time. I would really love to get back into it, but with my schedule currently, it's kind of impossible. Yeah, it's my current semester. Okay, for the summer, I'm trying to be optimistic and hopefully I can do all of this. But first of all, I'm gonna try and prepare for the TEAS exam. It's the entrance exam for the nursing school. I'm a little bit stressed out about this, not too much, because I know I'll do well because I'll study, but I'm a little stressed about it because of all the other things I want to do. But yeah, I gotta prepare for the TEAS exam. And then for my college classes, I want to take on an EMT class. Those top three, the conditioning and clinicals, those are required for the EMT class. I want to take chemistry at UPCC or El Paso Community College because I don't think I want to do that at a university again. Microbiology, I think it would be nice to just get it out of the way. Yeah, these will be all done in the summer. Hopefully, I will be able to get them done and with good grades, of course. But I'm mostly more excited about the EMT program. It's a 10-week program. I want to use this as an opportunity to better myself as well as get more knowledge. But I say right now I want to be an emergency nurse, but my plans always change. So I feel like getting exposed to that emergency stuff is always important. So what other place to start than an EMT course or an EMT job, hopefully. Okay. I guess that's it. For memories, I want to talk about, well, there's a bunch of memories. The top one, the top left for you guys. I think this was for, I honestly forgot. I'm not sure. Okay, it was for my birthday, for Ashley and my birthday. Kind of share the same birthday. We went around town. We had like a bunch of these little stuff where we just like side quests. We just go around town. And then my most interesting one is me on the bottom left. I remember this one. It was right after wrestling practice. I never knew I would get hurt like that, but I was going hard in practice, I guess. I had a little concussion scare. I went to the RRC after my wrestling practice, and I just told my friends, I was like, oh, I'm not feeling well. I went to the bathroom and I kind of threw up a bunch of times. So it was really scary. I went to the hospital. Thankfully, it wasn't a concussion, but I had all the symptoms, so I don't really know what it was. Here, the one next to it was my first basketball game. It was really interesting. I think we ended up losing that game, but it's all right. It was a really fun arena, really fun environment. Here's the scholar retreat, or not the retreat, the Newcomb Ranch. That was honestly super fun as well. Really scary when you get up there, especially with the free fall or whatever, the bungee jump. That was super scary. I really liked it. We were able to, talk to a bunch of other scholars too and see their experiences. So it was nice to like get back and kind of talk to all the other scholars. And then football games, of course, went with my other friends as well. It was really fun. I kind of do miss the football games, especially we could have gone to more, but it was really nice. And then over here is Chad Cat. It was nice seeing him. I hope he's okay. I don't know. But seeing him around the school was really nice. I took pictures sometimes. He was a stress reliever, especially the first semester too. And then that guy right there, he's a TikToker. I don't know how I saw him. I saw him at the JPL one day. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know he came, but it was really nice. I would have never like asked anybody for a picture. So, I'm really glad, I came to UTSA because, I've been able to help build my social skills a lot because I would have never came up to like that guy or any celebrity I would see, like ask them for a picture. So I'm really glad for like my development. And then there at the bottom right, it was snowing in San Antonio. So we all just went outside in the middle of the night. It was really fun. It was super cold as well. And then my top right, I got the chance to go to UT for the UTSA game. It was honestly super fun. Like their pride in football is just amazing. Like way different than anything I've seen. It was super fun. I met up with some friends. Yeah, it was just super fun. Okay, that concludes my presentation. Does anybody have any questions?
Well, I usually start us off And so good job. It sounds like you've had a great first year. There are always transitions. And so everything from finding out how difficult the courses are and getting into a rhythm, that's all really normal. Next year, hopefully we'll feel a little more settled. You won't feel like you're not knowing what's going on. So I hope you'll take these lessons learned and build on it. And I know you have a great future ahead of you. So the EMT stuff is really exciting. And I'm
Yes.
glad you're taking that initiative. I think that makes a big difference for anyone who wants to work in the healthcare field. And especially someone who wants to work specifically in emergency medicine.
Yeah.
Great. So, good job. And thanks for being brave and going first.
Yeah, wanted to get
Thoughts, questions, comments?
questions. Questions?
All right, well, that concludes our very first end of year presentation. So thank you very much.
Right.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything in the chapter. Doesn't look like. So. And log us off. Our next presentation is not until a little bit later today. And there's a staff meeting going on that I have to go run, so. We will shut this room down and then be back here later today.